And then this is Fluff. She loves to be on camera all the time.
So we found out about her disabilities pretty gradually. It was just that she didn't start walking. She didn't really start talking. And so when she had genetic testing, that's when we realized probably that her disability was going to be a lifelong disability. Chromosomal irregularity, chromosome number 18. They didn't have any idea of what we could really expect for her in her life. Makes you really start that grieving the child that you had hoped for. You start trying to search to find the cure. When CYNDA was a toddler, she was in early intervention, and through that program, they gave us a flyer that told us about mobilizing families, which was put on through the ARC. They had dinner, they had childcare for the children, so that was really helpful for me as a mom. Then I just learned so much. The feeling of knowing that you're just not alone. And also learning that it's okay to be sad. The lessons that I learned from the ARC really helped me with learning about that grieving cycle, with learning about how cyclical it is and how things can just trigger you.
There's one thing I love about myself is I was born on Valentine's Day. And my favorite thing to do is celebrate.
So even though I was a pretty good advocate, when it came to my own experience with CYNDA, especially in her school meetings, I would get triggered and I would get upset. And so I contacted the ARC for educational advocacy and was able to have an advocate that really helped me to, first of all, be calm during the meetings. She also had relationships with the school district that I didn't necessarily have, so she could give me some insight into how to best communicate with them.
School is really hard. I had teachers who helped me, but by the time I was in high school, I learned how to ask for what I needed.
Even when she was in high school and then moving into that transition age, the ARC partnered with the school district to have transition trainings at that time as well. And so all of those things that I was able to participate in was very, very helpful.
I'm good with technology with my phone, and I use a device if I need help talking.
She's able to communicate with her friends. She's been able, during the pandemic, to participate in Zoom meetings, and so that's been really helpful for her.
I also love being with my friends and doing all kinds of activities. And actually, I'm going to use this on this part.
Activities.
Yep.
She learned how to use public transportation, which was excellent.
My biggest challenge was transportation and not being able to go where I want to go. When I wanted to go, I learned how to ride a bus, and I also learned how to do Uber and Lyft.
Probably one of her greatest accomplishments was getting a job.
I worked at Walgreens for almost 6 years. It's a fun job, and I work as a cashier. I love talking with my coworkers and customers, and I like helping the customers too.
Someone had told me when she was in middle school that she would be a cashier at Walgreens. I'm like, wait, don't you have to count money? Don't you have to be able to talk to the customers? But she does all of that. For right now, we feel like things are going fairly smoothly. She's happy, things seem stable for us. When I look back, there are some things I could never have imagined that she would be doing. And so now looking forward, I think that's probably the same.
I like my life as it is right now, but one of these days I do want to try to move out and live on my own or with a roommate and try to get more independent.
So I'm excited for that, and I think that she'll be successful and she'll do very well.
I think that art helps people, and I like that.